Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. I'm Kurukan, and thank you for joining me. Why am I up so early? Was it the food I ate? Goodness. It's like super early. Well, no matter. I can get this stuff done earlier, I guess. Maybe. There we go. Oh boy, I wasn't expecting my character to wake up so early. Also, the clicking you heard in the beginning of the episode was just me making sure I turned some stuff off. Because I forgot to do that beforehand. Because I'm forgetful. Right. Except my gag is actually a severe issue and not a good one. Come on. There we go. And here's the thing. Got the thing. You know, I think changing the aspect ratio and whatnot did help. I think I also may have turned off smoothing. So, you know, yay. Oh. That's actually really helpful right there. I don't know if these settings will remain or not. I mean, automatically. If it were up to me, I'd leave them like this, because it's running just fine. I think I missed a spot. Not cutting, but planting the fertilizer better. Boink. Oh, excellent. Okay, I'll pester the chickens later. They're asleep now. I don't know why I check so early. I know it's not going to have anything, but I do it anyway. Trying not to yawn. Failing. Yeah, okay, I'll give you a hug. You've been a pretty good horse. I miss those moments when you have a long animation I have to... That is not the brush! This is the brush. Here. Can't even do anything with the cow. Lazy cow. What's today? The 7th, right? Okay, that means I want to hold on to this stuff until tomorrow. So, no shipping today. Well, if the cow's asleep, I can go pester the chickens that are probably still asleep too, which makes this an entirely fruitless effort. Ow. I'm saying ow at my head, not anything in the game. Oh, I guess the chickens are awake. But here's a hug! That'd turn me into a liar. Oh, he's turning me into a liar. You freaking chickens! Oh, that was fun. Oh, of course, you ate while I was gone. Stupid cow. Well, maybe it's better that they eat when I'm not in the room, otherwise they sit there whining about it. Then I tried to help and just like, yeah, I want to eat. Like, you interrupted my eating animation. Like, piss off, you stupid cow. Only 2, wasn't it? Ugh, cheapskate. See, I don't even want to feed you now. Because you're such a cheapskate. You're a cheapskate, cow. A cheapskate. Yeah. this. Did I get it right? It did it right. I'm the greatest. It's nice when I actually remember which button does once. What button does what? What? Man, I can't even speak straight. Am I sure the cow's the stupid one? Yes. Yes, I am. But I'm not always the brightest bulb in the shed. In the shed? Is that the right? I give up! I'm not the sharpest peanut in the drawer. I can't even finish that sentence without forgetting the joke. See, kids, this is what happens when you get old. You can become forgetful, and you reuse bad jokes. And you forget what you were saying mid-sentence. Wait, did I already say that? Like, I'm not even joking this time. I think I just repeated myself and didn't realize it. I mean, more so than usual. Also, there's something stuck in my ear, and it's kind of gross feeling. Yeah, I'm still picking at it because I'm just running straight into the game. You might wonder why I refer to this character by their name, and call her son and husband Weird Sweaty Boy and Weird Sweaty Guy. Well, there's a reason for that. I don't know what that reason is, but there's a reason for that. It's like unnaturally quiet in my house right now. Ooh. Are we friends? Holy crap, we're still not friends? After I've cooked and fed you? Here, you can have a tiny fish as a sign of my disdain. Take the frickin' fish. Ooh. Jeez, you won't... Really, horse? We're gonna play that game? Jeez, old senpai doesn't even notice me. I thought we were friends, man. I gave you all those mugworts and the fish and the, thing I cooked. It's not like it gave you diarrhea. Did it? If it did, I'm, like, legitimately apologizing. Also, note to people who use the word diarrhea. Diarrhea isn't funny. It's really not. Okay, it's a little funny. It's funny as long as it's mentioned but not seen. Really, poop jokes aren't that funny. Poop jokes can be funny. I mean, Toriyama managed to make them funny. That's Akira Toriyama, not the Toriyama that directed Final Fantasy 13-3? He might have also directed the second one. Maybe even directed the first, I don't know. I just know that, you know, those games were poop. Okay, not really. Well, not entirely. I think the original Final Fantasy 13 was alright. It's underwhelming in a lot of ways, but there are good aspects to it. I don't hate it. 13-2, I actually like quite a bit. It still has a lot of the same flaws, but it felt like they were trying to make up for some of the things that ticked people off. Still a little bit kind of on the basic side, but, you know, at least there's a game there, and it's not just ranting down the hallway. Lightning Returns, however, is a tremendous pile of shit. There, I said it. I hate Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns, or Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13. I don't care what the name is, the game sucked. It sucked. It's suck incarnate. How did you like my cooking? Senpai wants more of my cooking! I'm happy to oblige, Senpai. Senpai noticed my cooking. Get out of my way, Ruby. I'm trying to celebrate. But, Yeah, as I was saying, I hated Lightning Returns. Now, to be fair, I only played the demo, but I hated it. And you're like, well, you can't get a good feel for the entire game by playing the demo. Sometimes that's true. However, that game still showed the game's battles, or that demo showed off the game's battle system. That was not fun. I'm not even huge on 13 and 13.2's battle system, but at least I think they're okay. They're functional. I can't say that about Lightning Returns. I hated Lightning Returns. It was a bad game. I know a lot of people like it, and if you do, good for you. I don't. I never will. I don't intend on ever playing it again. Again. I don't plan on ever playing it again because I didn't have fun the first time. 13.2, I downloaded the demo. I gave it a shot. I enjoyed it. It led me to go out and buy the game when I had the chance to. I'm not sorry I bought that. I don't regret buying it. I've had fun with it. But Lightning Returns was like Majora's Mask, but for stupid people. Okay, that's a little harsh. Because I know plenty of people like it and they're not stupid. Yeah, actually you are, because you played a Final Fantasy game. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't take that too seriously. But, Square Enix, just, what happened to you, man? You guys used to be cool. As for the upcoming Final Fantasy 13, no, or 15, I have no interest in it. Graphically, it looks fine, but the story, nothing I've seen regarding it looks interesting, and the combat looks so dumbed down. It's like, whatever happened to the art of the JRPG? I know Square Enix is saying, well, it's not profitable anymore. How would you know? And also, that's a load of bullshit because people are always buying your older games. And don't even get me started on that remake of Final Fantasy VII because that game literally pissed me off. Like, yeah, when it was announced, I was like, oh my god, it's a remake of Final Fantasy VII! Finally! I'm so excited! Square Enix finally heard what we were asking for. Then they showed the combat and it's like, why is this friggin' Dissidia? I hate Dissidia. I mean, I really hate Dissidia. I know they've said, well, it's a combination of Kingdom Hearts and Dissidia. Kingdom Hearts is a mindless button masher. There, I said it. Maybe some of them are better, but Kingdom Hearts 2 basically boils down to press X until it tells you to press triangle and you win. I've heard they fixed some of that with the Final Mix version. I haven't played it. I don't intend on playing it. I'll probably never play Kingdom Hearts again. I heard Birth by Sleep was reasonable, then all the others are, like, pure trash. I know Chain of Memories was a piece of junk. I liked Kingdom Hearts. I even liked Kingdom Hearts 2, despite the fact that it's mindlessly easy. But, Chain of Memories just... Oh my god, that game was disgusting. And every game since has been, you know, like, from what I can tell, 30%, unintelligible content, something like, I'm trying to keep the numbers consistent in my head, 60%, you know, rehashed content, and then 10% actual effort. Again, maybe I'm wrong, but there's nothing there that... Oh, come on, guys. Come on. I'm not gonna narrate this because this is a repeatable cutscene. But, wait, what gender was it? I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna name him Bacon. But, as I was saying, the Kingdom Hearts series has lost its appeal to me. Part of what made it great was the fact that it was a Disney game. And that sounds weird because I'm not a huge Disney fan. I like it well enough, or at least I used to, but, you know, it was a combination between Disney and, well, Squaresoft. And it was really unique. It was a cool idea. It was basically baby's first action RPG, but it was reasonably entertaining. I liked it. What? Oh, okay, I was just carrying the shovel out like that. That was weird. But, I like the original Kingdom Hearts. I think it was a cool idea. I think it was pretty well done. I think Kingdom Hearts 2 was pretty well done. Even though it started getting kind of up its own ass about its story. And, if you didn't play Chain of Memories, then you were sitting there going, who are these assholes and why should I care? And the answer is, once you know who they are, you still don't care because they're not very interesting. I realize this is all my opinion. If you like Kingdom Hearts, then by all means, go ahead and love the hell out of it. You have that right. But, I hate to see what Final Fantasy has become. And, there's plenty of people who are going to say, well, you just don't like change. I like the old Persona games. I like the newer Persona games. I am hyped as hell for Persona 5, and I don't even know what to make of it. But that's because the progression there was actual progression. I look at Final Fantasy 15, and I don't even think Square Enix knows what game they're making anymore. It doesn't look good to me. Kingdom Hearts 3 has lost my interest because it's been a billion years since Kingdom Hearts 2. And they pretty much said, well, you have to play all the games or the story won't make sense. Then you failed. You have failed at telling your story. It's not like Mass Effect makes no sense if you don't play the mobile phone game. Or, Resident Evil won't make sense if you haven't played Revelations. Yeah, you get more to the lore in those, and that's awesome. I love that idea, expanding the world, having these little things that do tie in. But you don't need Crisis Core to enjoy Final Fantasy VII. And you don't need Final Fantasy VII in order to enjoy Crisis Core. Advent Children? It makes a lot more sense if you played the game, but, the stuff that happened in between there, there was like a light novel type thing that came with the collector's edition, and those little things, those little reveals are nice. They explain what some of the characters have been doing in between the story. And that's awesome! I love that kind of stuff. But it's not like you'll be going, whoa, who the hell are these people? Why should I care? You're pretty much told within Advent Children that, oh yeah, Cloud's running a delivery service. He basically adopted an orphan. It's not like shoved in your face as blatant exposition, but it flows naturally enough that you're sitting there going, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. You know that he's met these people, but you don't need to know their absolute importance. Another example is, and I hate to use this because I actually hate these movies, but the Matrix movies. There's like that kid from the Animatrix who shows up in the second Matrix movie, and you wouldn't know who he is, really, without having seen the Animatrix beforehand. But he's also not, the main focus either. Kingdom Hearts 2, you've got Organization 13, who, if you didn't play Chain of Memories, is like, who the hell are these guys? Well, you know that they pestered Sora, but that's about it. But they act like, you need intimate knowledge of that universe. I screwed up there. Damn it! But the thing is, they've got all this lore that's built up, and now they've got like, oh, well, there's not just Sora and his Nobody Roxas, but now there's another Sora, and there's like 3 Xenohorts or something. I don't even know how accurate that is. I've got this feeling that I'm pretty much on the ball somehow. And it's like, whatever happened to Sora, Donald, and Goofy, going into Disney worlds and saving them? Why was that not something that you could have stuck with? I've heard Kingdom Hearts 3 has none of the Disney stuff hardly, and it's like, I don't care then. You've lost sight of it. And here's the thing, the original game was basically a kid's game. It was something anyone could enjoy, much like the actual Disney movies it was based off of. And that's cool. I love that idea. And they seem to have forgotten that. And that makes me sad. The games were supposed to be enjoyable by somebody of any age, but primarily aimed at children. They were entry-level action RPGs. And they did that pretty well, I think. Now they're an entry-level action RPG with a story that is more convoluted than Metal Gear Solid 2's, without any of the actual importance to it. I mean, MGS2, it's completely confusing, even if you've played, all the other games in the series. At least up to that point. But, there's an actual underlying meaning to it. It makes sense in the end. Or makes less sense, I'm not really sure which. But, it's a game about political intrigue and giant nuclear robots. But mostly political intrigue and stealth. Wasn't Kingdom Hearts supposed to be a mystical story about good versus evil? How, the heart represented light, cool stuff like that? Yeah, it's a kid's fairy tale type thing, but it was a kid's fairy tale. And I look at it now, it's like, what happened? I mean, even in Kingdom Hearts 2, you could see it starting to decay. Well, that's nobody. That's creative when the heart is removed, and for some reason now he's complete, even though he actually isn't. And what? Whatever happened to just the basic story of good versus evil? Not everything has to have a super complex story. Doesn't say I dislike complex stories, but not when it gets to the point where it's just convoluted. I mean, does it ever explain most of the stuff that happens in Chain of Memories in Kingdom Hearts 2? Or any of the stuff that's actually necessary to the plot? I don't think it does. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just looking at it from the wrong direction because I played those games when I was younger. But somehow I don't think so. I have this feeling that Square Enix is so far up their own ass with, trying to make it look cool that they forgot what substance was. Didn't I already feed you? I think you guys are getting what I'm saying, though. Did I take care of the cow and such? Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I goofed up! Well, and here I am complaining about how incompetent Square Enix has become, and look how incompetent I am. See, I can sense my own kind. Incompetence can sense incompetence. Anyway, basically, all of my griping there winds up being, I'd like to see them go back to something a bit more simple. They can keep the fancy production values. Nobody said there's anything wrong. Really? This is why I hate cows. The problem is, I don't think the writers at Square Enix are capable of writing an intriguing story anymore. And to make matters worse, I don't think they can make an intriguing, fun game anymore. Now granted, I haven't played Bravely Default, and I've heard it's really good. Although I've also heard it becomes really redundant during the last quarter of the game or something. Again, I haven't played it, I don't know much about it, and as sad as it is to say, I don't even care anymore. Meanwhile, you look at Atlas and the upcoming Persona 5, which I guess already dropped in Japan, and oh my god, I'm so excited! I am so excited! Because part of the thing that makes those games great is Atlas hasn't lost sight of their fan base. No, I don't want to go back in! I was trying to push the horse and I missed. Atlas remembers who they're making Persona for. Yeah, they made Persona 4 a bit more of an entry title. I guess that's the right term. It's a little bit more accessible, easier than Persona 3, and nowhere near as dark. But it didn't outright betray the ideas and style of the previous games. You look at it and it's like, okay, this is still Persona. Hell, even Persona 1 and 2, both parts of 2, to the third game, you look at them and it's like it's still Persona, and that's freaking great! I love the fact that I can look at any one of those games and it's like, it's Persona! There's no doubt about it. It is the same series. You can see how it's grown and how some things have become more streamlined and others have been more built up. It never feels like it's... Well, okay, I wouldn't say never, but it feels less like it's pandering. I know there's certain instances of it pandering, like the dancing game, but it's still Persona at its core. I don't think I can say that about Final Fantasy. I don't think I can say that about Kingdom Hearts. And that makes me sad. Let me check my assets real quick. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just getting old and, you know, like, that generation was better than your generation. But I'd like to think that I've got a bit more, you know, comprehension than that. Woohoo! I'm still not in the red. I'm doing good. So, now that I'm done ranting and the episode hasn't dragged on forever, I'd like to thank you guys for watching since I'm ending the episode here. What was I gonna say? I mean, I already said thank you guys so much for watching. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back for the next... Well, for some reason I can't say that without the extra part.